Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. Welcome to the January Success 2023 reading. We're going to take a look at what is the challenge, what is the opportunity. Okay, and then we'll get some advice on it. So your challenge here, we have the card of the World. I think the challenge is that either it looks like a really big project and it's too much and you kind of need to break it into smaller pieces. In fact, I get the strongest hit on that. For some of you, it feels like I want the world, but I don't think I can get it. And so, but I really think that this is about breaking the idea down, the larger plan into smaller pieces. So success could be around many things in your life, but whatever makes you feel successful. So whether it's a project that you're working on or a financial game plan or whatever, because you have the card of strategy as the opportunity. So you have the opportunity here with Venus moving into fellow air sign there of Aquarius to really help you to navigate and create a strategy. She's working with Saturn this month too. So this is energy that really allows you to create a strategy, a structure to really move something forward. And so focusing in on what is the strategic piece you can get. Now, so they have this called on here. It says a journal joy. Yes. No, it's log. Okay. Journal log. All right. So I would, but I do think because I read joy and here the key is happiness. All right. So first off, the strategy has to be moving towards something that will bring you joy and happiness. But also I think this is about having a daily practice. Having a daily practice of consistently monitoring the next step, the next best step. So a lot of times, like this week was I had a lot of things going, a lot of moving pieces the last couple of weeks, trying to get to a certain situation in my life straightened out. And so I had a lot of Post-it notes. There was one on the door every night of what I needed to do the next day so I wouldn't forget to do anything. And so I'd have to sit down and I'd have to think through it. And I had to be realistic about my time and where I could be and how I could manage everything. And so I had the time and I had what had to be done and the order things had to be done in. And so I feel like there's a need for you to do this. It doesn't have to be Post-it notes. Maybe you work best if you have a little planner that you carry around with you and you work off the planner. But I feel like writing things down is what's important. There's a lot of energy here around the needing to write it down. This feels like it is a massive project, a massive thing that you have to do, because it's a world card, I just feel all this weight around it. And with the overall energy being the cross, the burden, it feels like it's something very big that you have to handle. And it becomes really important to break it down every day into what do I need to do today to get through it. And when we have here for the challenge on these cards, the card of writing things down. So here, this is the card of letter, but he's actually doing accounting with it. He's counting things as he goes along. And so that's part of the strategy. And notice how they both have this feather here. Look how similar they are. So this is the opportunity, and it's been challenging to manifest it. And so I almost feel like maybe, are you staying up late? Because we have the candle here burning. Are you staying up late trying to figure this out and you're not getting enough sleep? When if you would just get it on paper before you go to bed, like here's what I'm going to do tomorrow. So you have your plan for tomorrow, and then you just go to bed and sleep. Like actually get some sleep, take care of yourself, and only focus on what is the next thing I have to do. What is the next step? Because, you have two here. In the area of where you're trying to gain information, we have the card of the whips. And so this could be information that's coming in. This could be a lot. And with Mercury in retrograde, you really have to sift through it. You have to pay attention to the details. And so that's one of the reasons why journaling, writing it down as you take each step will be very beneficial. This is an opportunity for you to, the whips are about rapid communication. It could be negative, being the whips, but it feels very repetitive because we have the wheel here. It's like, it feels like this is just every day, every day, every day, every day. And you're trying to keep the world spinning on its axis, or you're trying to manage this large thing. And it's kind of draining. It's really draining your energy. Wow. Okay, in the area of what's draining your energy, the house of the mouse, you have the mice. And so it's the small things. It's the little details. It's the things that you're missing. It's about not seeing, This is Mercury retrograde energy big time. Okay. It's really important, the writing things down and paying attention to what, like going through every piece of paper that you get, every email, paying attention to the stuff that's coming through the mail. Like, it is the details, something small and insignificant that is being missed is creating a larger issue. And so, for instance, I rented a place that had mice, and I thought I had it wired right. Everything was in plastic tubs where they couldn't get to it. You know, while I was getting pest control in there and all that stuff. But the reason I didn't know for the longest time I had them because there was a bag of birdseed that I had in the corner, and they had cut a hole in the bottom, and they were behind the cabinet, and they were eating it all the time. I never saw them in the house. There was never any mouse droppings. There was nothing. And then one day I noticed that I was like really going through the bird seed, man. I'm really going through it. And I picked up and like it spilled all over. And I'm like, there's the little mouse droppings. I'm like, crap, I got a problem here. And so, oh, pun intended, right? No. So it's the energy of the mice. Something going on that you're not seeing, and that detail is draining your resources. And so, are you watching? Okay, so this would be like checking your credit card statements. This is checking your bank statements. This is knowing where the money is and where it's going. And I feel like there's something that's kind of siphoning the energy, and it's creating a much bigger problem, the world, a much bigger problem than if you were paying attention to the details. How do you transform the situation? You focus on your dreams and you use your intuition. It's something small. It's something small. We got the little boy. It's some kind of a small action that needs to be taken. And the moon is, you're not seeing everything. There's an illusionary situation to this. And so really focusing on the dreams and the goals and what you're trying to accomplish, the key of this situation here. And the key here is actually in the heart space, which brings us back to this happiness. And so it is definitely about focusing on what brings in the joy and the happiness, but paying attention to all of the details, because you are in the process of a big transformation here. He's shedding his skin. You guys are getting ready to move toward that south node moving into your sign, and you may already be feeling the approach of that. And it's so funny because the snake kind of feels like that Scorpio energy, and it's in Scorpio right now, but it's getting ready to move toward your sign. It's just a few degrees away. And so if you have plans or placements in, like let's say the last 5 degrees of Libra, you're definitely already feeling this energy coming. And so in the area of resources, you have the home. Make your house secure. This is matters around the home. This is the bills. This is, checking, that little spot on the ceiling that seems to be growing. Maybe you have a small leak and it's creating a larger problem. I feel like take stock of your home situation. This is definitely around the home. Take stock of your home situation. And that could be bills, whatever. But something inside of the 4 walls that you reside in needs a little bit extra going over, a little more details, something small, and you're somehow missing it. And you're really being encouraged to do the extra work, to take the extra time to keep it from becoming a bigger problem. So it's something, if you can catch it when it's small, you can really create a protective barrier, but also the energy to anchor into is the garden. But look how abundant this is. And so this is something that's small. If you can catch it now, sort of like when you have a sweater and it gets a snag on it. If you pull it through on the other side, and you could stop it from ruining the sweater. But if you wait, it just gets bigger and bigger and you have to throw out the sweater, right? And so it's something that needs to be handled while it's small. While it's really small. Don't let it get to be a big thing. All right. Ooh. Who did we just do? If you have Sagittarius strong in your chart, they also got this card. I think it was them. All right. Here we go. Ever notice when someone dreams of happiness? And that is the key here, is the happiness, right? When someone dreams of happiness, abundance, health, romance, or friendship, they never have to wonder if it's in their best interest. But when someone dreams of a specific house, employer, love interest, or deadline, dollar amount, or a diet fad, they often end up contradicting themselves. Keep your end results general. Everything else is just the how. This is about the big picture. Ooh, this is about the big picture. Focusing in on the big picture, paying attention to the details, having a strategy. What do you need to do today? What can you do today? So maybe what it is that you want a home. Maybe that's why I'm feeling like this 4 walls thing, okay? So maybe that's the big goal, is I want a home, but I don't know how. Well, how? First off, hold the dream in your heart, and then begin the transformation around your finances by taking the small steps. There's small steps, and it's about repairing the credit. It's about putting money aside. It is the small steps. That might be why you have this key here in the heart space. So for some of you, you're looking around at buying a house. That's kind of fun. But it's definitely something around that area of the 4 walls of your life where it is the details. It is the details that matter. It's not about how the big picture. It's important to keep it big, but it's about paying attention to the small little details. The strategy. You don't have to know everything, but you need to know what you're going to do today. All right. I hope that was helpful. I will see you guys on Facebook. I'm there every day, and every Sunday morning I release the weekly videos. If you haven't seen those yet, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll know when those are uploaded. You guys take good care, and I'll talk to you soon.